Hello, all of you. Hello. Hello. All of you are ready? Now, many of people are actually coming. They have joined very recently. Today we are taking. Can you see myself at the right hand corner? Hello? Hello? Sound येत नाही? Hello? Can you
हॅलो
hear
सर,
me?
साऊंड येत नाही तुमचं.
नाही येत?
नाही येत तर आवाज नाही.
एक हॅलो, आता येतोय? हॅलो,
येतोय सर.
can you hear? Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, let us start with the C# programming, as we have already seen about the .NET, important things about the .NET components, the features of .NET, the .NET framework, the components of .NET. Many of the components we have learned in our last many sessions. Hello, can you hear me? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Again, tell me in chat box. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now we have to learn about the programming in C#. As we know that the C is a procedure-oriented language. We have already seen many of the things we can do in a C language, which was actually developed C in 1972 by Denis Ritchie. And later on, in 1989, C++, that is C++, it was developed, and that was developed by Bjorn Stroup. We know that all these things are actually with the development of C#. But even though the C# is a particularly also an object-oriented language, C+ was also object-oriented language, but C# is perfectly object-oriented language like Java language. But there is a difference between Java language and C#. We can embed this C# program in .NET framework, and particularly the Microsoft has developed the C# programming language. Now, let's turn to the first. Let's see the content of these all C# things. The introduction to C, C# features, entry point method, compiling and building projects in .NET. Can you hear me?
सर तुमचा आवाज ब्रेक होतोय.
Hello? Yes? काय म्हटलं? हॅलो?
सर तुमचा आवाज येत नाही नीट.
आवाज येत नाही. I think आवाज येतोय. हॅलो? आवाज येतोय असं माझं मत आहे. हॅलो? Yes? Can you hear me now? हॅलो? ऐकू येतंय का सगळ्यांना?
हा येते सर आता.
Okay. Okay. Let us see about the introduction to C# programming. We know that the C# is pronounced as C#. The founder of C# is Anders Hellsberg. Very important that this language C# is developed by Anders Hellsberg and his team during the development of .NET framework. So also, at the time of development of .NET framework, the Anders Hellsberg and his team has developed C# programming language. Particularly, the first version was released in year 2002, and the latest version is C#8. It was released in 2019. See, in the last year also, the C# version is developed, and the first version was developed in 2002. This is a modern general purpose object oriented programming language which was created by Microsoft. See here, this is very important that the .NET framework which is compatible with many languages. There are 61 languages we can compatible with .NET framework, and the whole .NET framework as well as some of the language like C# are developed by and created by Microsoft. The Microsoft is we know that the Microsoft is the biggest company in the world, where the Bill Gates is the owner of that company, which is a very generous person. So Microsoft is developed C# as well as .NET framework, and these all C# program, C# language, Visual C++, even though Java, JavaScript, many of the languages Claron, Smalltalk, all these languages which are actually runs on the .NET framework. So the .NET framework is plays very important role in application development. As we know that the C#, hello, somebody has unmuted. Who is unmuted? Please unmute yourself. Mute yourself. Okay. This runs on the, actually all these C# programs will run on the common language runtime, as we have already seen about common language runtime, which is a component of .NET framework. So this will consist of executable code and runtime environment. So all of these many languages like C#, Java, as well as Visual C++, JavaScript, many around 61 languages are actually runs on the common language runtime, that is called as a CLR. The C# programming language is influenced by C++ and Java. So many of the C# programming language syntaxes
ओपनच आहे ना, तुम्हाला ओपन करून बोललेच ना मला ते बाहेर घ्यायची काय गरज आहे म्हणा, तुम्ही डायरेक्टच घ्यायची. हा मग यासाठी तर ते हे करायला लागले ते बघा. हे मग सांगा ना म्हणा, माझ्या घरी म्हणा तर नाही म्हणा, त्याचं काय म्हणा, तुमचं काय क्लिअर झालं पाहिजे का.
mute yourself. Mute yourself. Okay. Can you hear me all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. So the C# programming language is particularly influenced by C++ as well as Java. Many of these C# syntax are very similar with C and C++. Even the Java syntaxes are also similar with C. So this C# programming language is used to develop the different types of secured and robust applications. Particularly the Windows applications, the distributed applications, the database applications, web applications, web service applications, we can develop even so we can use C# programming language to develop these types of applications. So many of these applications we can develop, that is Windows application, web applications, console applications, distributed applications, web service applications, and database applications. So that is particularly a very important thing, that C# is pronounced with the C#, and the founder of this C# programming language is Anders Hillsberg. This was developed in 2002, and particularly let us see the C# features. The features are actually concerning with the which are related with C# programming language. The language was developed by Microsoft in 2002, and this language is a very simple language. We see the features. It provides structured approach. So to break the problem into parts, we can just break this number of problems into different parts. So as we know that the Windows of Aparna, mute yourself. So our Windows operating system is particularly, it provides the structured approach, and even though we can break many problems, many things in different parts. So this actually provides C# gives a number of things. It is very simple, but problems into number of parts. Why this is happened with the C#? But many of built-in functions in Windows, we know that individually we can directly operate with every built-in function. Like that, in the C# also, we can do this particularly approach of Windows operating system. The second thing, it has a rich set of library functions and data types. So this is very important thing, that it has a rich set of library functions and data types. So many library functions and data types are actually in the C#. It has automatic memory management and garbage collections. So as we know that in the .NET framework also, we have seen about the automatic memory management and garbage collection. So in C# also, we can do the automatic memory management and garbage collections, which will take the care from CLR. CLR, that is our language runtime. The second is modern programming language. C# is a modern programming language. So this is very simple for building scalable and interoperable and robust applications. So many applications, from web applications, Windows applications, and even console applications we can run on the PROM, that is the Windows PROM. Even though that we can do it on the the .NET framework. At the base level, .NET framework we use for our C# program. So this is very simple and interoperable and robust applications we can develop in C#. Next is a feature object-oriented or component-oriented language. So this particularly C# is object-oriented language, and it has some features like that encapsulation, maybe the inheritance, the polymorphism, and the interfaces we can develop in C#. So this is very easy development and maintenance. We develop many of the programs which will take care of your applications, and they are very easy and simple to develop and maintain. The next is a feature is a typeset. We cannot perform unsafe casting. So converting from one data type to another data type, so it will be done very safely. So we can only do the type safety and security of data types. So we can convert from one data type to another data type in very fluently and efficiently. The second, the overflow of types can be checked. So overflow of the type will be checked by itself, the .NET framework as well as C# programming language. The next is a C# type safe. Code can access the memory location that has permission to execute. That is, it improves the security of the program. This is also a very important feature of C#, that is C# type safe code can only access the memory location. So all of these type safe code will access the memory location, and it has some permissions to execute it. It will improve our security of the program. So security has a major issue of our programming language. In many of the languages in the computer science, they are not much secured, but C#, Java, and C++ are secured languages because these are object-oriented languages, and it takes care, supports data encapsulation, data independence, inheritance, polymorphism. These all features are object-oriented features. So these are the features of C# programming language. The next features. One important feature is interoperability. Interoperability. So what is this interoperability? Components from VB.NET and other managed codes languages are directly can be used in C#. See, some of the languages, the components of other languages like VB.NET, like even Java, like even JavaScript, we can directly use some of the components directly in C#. Even though in we have developed some application in C#, but we can just use these components of C# in VB.NET. So these all things are interoperable with the other languages. So the next is it support for the COM and Windows based application. So what is this? It supports the component object model, that is particularly a web based model which will be used at get and post methods, and also the Windows based applications. So this is a feature which actually concern with the interoperability with the other languages. The next is it has a scalable and updatable. Very important is the scalable assemblies which are self-describing by means their manifest. So many of the assemblies, we have already seen about the assemblies. These assemblies are self-describing, which gives the work area, which gives the special, particularly the describing the manifest also. The manifest, what is this manifest? Manifest gives the very important information about our application, and it will establishes identity, the version, the culture, and the digital signature also. So many of the applications they are using digital signature, which comes with the security also. So these all things we can do in C#. The next is assemblies do not be registered anywhere. It is not necessary to register dynamic link library. It will directly and automatically takes care of our the .NET framework automatically takes care of C# programming language code as well as built-in functions, the functions written by C Sharp. We can do object-oriented programming. So all these things will be taken care from the assemblies and also DLL, that is dynamic linking library. So the library will be directly linked with our C Sharp programming. So all these are the features of our programming language, that is the C Sharp. The next thing is entry method. I think this is again a very different thing. That is in C Sharp programming language, we have to use the code, how we can write the code, how we can do entry method, how we can use the main method. As in the C language, we can use the main method. This is a particularly entry point, and where we can just write our programs. So here we shall stop about this C Sharp programming, where because we are concerned with now the programs. We shall stop. In our next session, we can develop the program and how to write the program. I will give the ideas regarding how to write our console application. Okay. After that, take care, stay healthy, stay safe, home. Okay. Thank you very much, all of you. Are you all okay? Are you hearing me? These are all features of C Sharp. C Sharp was developed in 2002 by Microsoft, and the many features are having with the C Sharp. Very important. There are many features. That is very simple language. The C Sharp language is very simple. It is a modeling language and it is oriented. It takes care of our data. It converts data types as interoperable languages like VB.NET as well as JavaScript, and it is very state updated. So these are very important features of all of you. Take care. Okay.